The story of one of the iCarly actresses simply leaving Hollywood left her fans and everyone who knew her speechless. Her new book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, is an unmanageable title for some and a bitter title for a teenager's storybook. It seems that her years as an actress in one of the most famous Nickelodeon shows were not what any child or adolescent would have expected. Many would not have imagined that her story was ultimately the opposite of a good experience. And above all, exposing everything that happened has been very controversial, so much so that even celebrities and friends have turned their backs on her. But what happened in her adolescence? Who is Dan Schneider, the creator, and what did he do to her during his years at Nickelodeon? Do you want to know all the details of this intense story? Don't take off for a second. No child is psychologically, emotionally, mentally equipped for the obstacles of child stardom, she said, even if they have the greatest support system around them. These are some of the strong words that McCurdy has said in the several interviews she's already done about her new book. In the mid-2000s, McCurdy gained notoriety as a child star for her role as the sarcastic Sam Puckett on the hit Nickelodeon sitcom iCarly, which starred Miranda Cosgrove as the adolescent vlogger Carly Shay. Following the show's cancellation in 2012 after 6 seasons, McCurdy played the same part opposite Ariana Grande in Sam and Cat for its one-season run in 2013, before taking the lead in the dystopian Netflix series Between. But after Between finished in 2016, she stopped acting. I'm Glad My Mom Died, McCurdy's newest memoir, which was released by Simon & Schuster on August 9th and has already sold out all copies, delves into McCurdy's complicated relationship with her career, the spotlight, and her mother, Deborah McCurdy. She passed away from cancer in 2013. And yes, McCurdy is now 30 years old. With McCurdy revealing her mother's influence on her life decisions and the pressure on her to get acting roles at an early age, which would ultimately support the family financially, the book has garnered a lot of attention. Additionally, McCurdy talks about her mother's desire for her to maintain a particular body appearance. This caused her to develop eating issues that would follow her throughout her career as an actress. After her mother passed away, McCurdy, who had struggled with feeling ashamed of her TV ventures, mustered the courage to part ways with her agents and start therapy. The book's account of her Hollywood experiences, particularly her close friendship with Cosgrove and her sentiments of envy toward Grande, who was on the verge of becoming a great pop phenomenon while filming Sam and Cat. McCurdy recounts a commanding character on the set of iCarly who's only referred to as the creator in the book. McCurdy recalls his angry outbursts on set and how he encouraged her to consume alcohol while underage. The book does not include the name of Dan Schneider, the creator of Sam and Cat, Victorious, and iCarly. Schneider left Nickelodeon in 2018, and according to a 2021 New York Times feature, the business looked into him before the breakup because coworkers claimed he was verbally abusive. At the time, Schneider opted not to comment on the probe. But there is more than is really being said. For more than 2 decades, one of the most important personalities for Nickelodeon was the producer and writer Dan Schneider, who gave the channel highly successful series such as All That, Drake and Josh, Kendall and Ken, Victorious, among others. That is why his dismissal from the company was surprising. However, allegations of abuse, harassment, and pedophilia ended his career. The first of the accusations came in 2013 when actress Amanda Bynes published through her Twitter account a series of messages in which she insinuated that she was a victim of sexual abuse by Dan. The above was disturbing since, for a few years, Amanda became the producer's favorite actress. She even had a program with her own name, The Amanda Show. In 2016, after the growth of Me Too, there were more and more scandals and allegations of pedophilia in Hollywood, a situation that led to one of Dan's collaborators, Brian Peck, behind bars, who spent 16 months in prison. He revealed that Dan had hidden cameras in the dressing rooms and bathrooms that the children went to, although this could never be verified. On March 26, 2018, Nickelodeon published a statement that, by mutual agreement, the employment relationship between the company and Dan was ending. Given this, no further explanation was provided, and to date, the case has never been clarified, although the times coincide with increasingly close accusations of abuse and harassment. To date, there is no formal complaint, so he's free. Do you think it is a similar situation that McCurdy experienced? Now McCurdy has been concentrating on hosting a podcast and directing short videos. She recently appeared in a one-woman performance with the same name as the book. She chose not to participate in the iCarly reboot that Paramount Plus released last year, and she's grateful to be happy writing and directing. I think I waited the appropriate amount of time in my processing before approaching this in any sort of a creative way, she tells The Hollywood Reporter. If you prematurely start approaching something creatively that has to do with your own life, you risk just overstepping your own private boundaries, and I didn't want to do that to myself. In the interview that follows, McCurdy chose not to address her sections about the creator, her encounters with former co-stars on set, her time working on her Netflix series, or her claim that Nickelodeon offered her $300,000 in apparent hush money after she left the network. The actress also talked about her ability to trust her traumatic memories and her hopes for a comeback to Hollywood on the other side of the camera, but possibly also in front of it. Another devastating moment during the interviews was when she assured the interviewers that she was ruined. "They ruined me." She clearly blames Nickelodeon and her mom for her struggles during her acting years. Other topics covered in the interview included her interactions with her family members during the writing process, her feelings about Sam being obsessed with food, and the actress herself struggling with disordered eating. So how does it feel to have this out in the public? An interviewer asked after the book's release, and with its success in terms of sales already behind her. She then simply responded, "It is overwhelming in the best way. I can't believe this reaction, and I'm so grateful that it's connecting with people the way that it is." Additionally, McCurdy was directly questioned if she'd considered appearing in front of the camera once more after performing in the one-person show. She then retorted that she definitely wanted to focus on writing and directing. "That's my main passion and what I'm most interested in. But throughout the process of writing this book, and I think only as a result of the healing that happened due to the writing of the book, that's the only reason that I think I've been able to open the door to acting in some way. I don't even know what that could look like, but I definitely would be excited to write and direct one," she finished. McCurdy commented on feeling exploited as a young Hollywood celebrity throughout her memoir, and recalled feeling envious of her Sam and Cat co-star Ariana Grande. Following the conclusion of the original series in 2012, the two collaborated on the iCarly spin-off from 2013 to 2014. The author's friendship with Miranda Cosgrove endures today despite her ups and downs with Grande, who is now 29. "I don't know who I am without her because I was living for her, and now she's dead," McCurdy said, referring to her mother in an interview with CBC's Q with Tom Power. But McCurdy said there was also a sense of relief. "I couldn't face this at the time, but there was some relief there. And I didn't know I would feel so guilty about that relief that I would just shove it down." This is a very hard and heartbreaking story. What do you think? Do you think the title is appropriate for her story? Would you like to read the book? And above all, do you think that a book is enough to narrate everything she experienced in her years as an actress on Nickelodeon? What do you think of this story? Leave us your comments below and don't forget to add your theories on this dramatic and controversial topic as well. See you in the next video.